Role-playing in video games is not a new thing, and neither is GTA 5. I hate you when I do that. Like that tech dude, Austin. You heard of that Austin tech dude?
Yeah. And
you're not just humouring me, you actually know what I'm talking about.
Austin, I know
Austin.
I know what you mean.
Hey, let's take a look at this. Role-playing in video games is not a new thing, and neither is GTA 5. You see, I went, woo! That's my impression of my vocal.
New and improved vocal speech
GTA
pattern.
5. But combine the two with the commitment of one dedicated Los Santos police officer, and you have yourself a new Twitch streaming sensation. Let's meet Sheriff Eli Thompson and the residents of the State of Emergency role-playing server.
Sheriff Eli is a Twitch streamer who specialises in playing GTA 5 in character as a tough-talking, wisecracking police officer who takes his job very seriously. He's role-playing like everyone else on the private 24-man State of Emergency RP server, so he follows actual police procedure pretty closely. He pulls people over, he asks questions, he makes arrests, and offers plenty of Full Metal Jacket style drill sergeant smack talk.
If you, sir, did not start addressing me with respect, I'm gonna put my foot so far up your ass that the water on my knee will quench your fucking thirst.
He's committed to the role, he goes on duty in 8-hour shifts, taking each patrol very seriously. And he stays in character the whole time.
The server is full of people doing the same thing, staying committed to their character in the world of GTA 5, working jobs, obeying traffic laws, going on dates, etc. The server is full of characters like the Dankweed brothers, the confused veteran Slappy McGaffey, who's now making a living as a cabbie. Slappy McGaffey. That's a f***ing name, isn't it? Slappy McGaffey. The deranged British gentleman, Reginald Bigglesby, and the sociopath Asian hooker, Jack. That's not an Asian hooker name, is it, Jack? Jackie might have been. But Jack.
Jack, I can.
Sociopath
See?
Asian hooker.
They're all nuts. They're all like a British gentleman who happens to be mental. An Asian hooker who happens to be mental. They're all mental though.
There are tons more characters like this, and they're not all crazy, despite the selection we've outlined there. Some of them are quite imaginative, with detailed backstories and a fiction that's constantly developing the more role players play the game. It's all done through the 5RP mod, which takes role-playing, immersion and rules incredibly seriously. It allows players to work jobs, start businesses, enforce the law, or join gangs that control the drug trade, for example. It's all about staying true to your character, creating relationships and interaction between those characters. Anyone who doesn't commit or breaks one of the server's many rules could get permabanned. The State of Emergency server is the biggest, most popular example of the mod in action, populated by a host of Twitch streamers. And there's only one real reason for that, and his name is Sheriff Eli Thompson.
So we'll get to know Sheriff Eli in a little bit more detail very soon, but first of all, you've got to admire how these adults have got together to just make this GTA 5 playground a little bit more fun for them. Like, I quite admire how they're just making their own fun out of this. It's pretty cool.
It also speaks for the flexibility of like GTA 5. A game like that, you can have so much fun in different ways. Role playing as a police officer.
Yeah.
That's like on a GTA 5 server. That's got to be like a full-time job, hasn't it? Like he does.
It literally is in this case. But this is years and years after the initial release of the game, and people are still making use out of this world that they've created. And GTA is relevant again now. This is a new conversation about Grand Theft Auto. Something new was happening on it because of role players who are pretending to work jobs and be criminals, and there's a structure there that makes it fun. Rules are fun is the lesson of roleplay. Sheriff Eli is a Twitch streaming phenomenon at the moment. His live streams have seen upwards of 40,000 concurrent viewers. He started showing up on other people's live streams as a normal player when he started to gain a very quick following. Fans wanted him to make his own Twitch videos so badly, they actually raised over 10 grand for him to upgrade his old PC and create his own live streams. He now works full-time and goes on duty 5 days a week from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST every weekday. Part of his success might come down to the fact that he was an actual police officer for 5 years, a fact he personally confirmed to Kotaku, and frequently uses live streams to offer an insight into the world of police work.
A key fact about Officer Eli is also his overall importance to the role-playing community. He genuinely acts as a force for the law, keeping people in line. Roleplay relies on commitment, and the whole thing can fall apart easily by people not taking it seriously, breaking the rules, breaking the law. Sheriff Eli enforces the law. He keeps the role-playing server a role-playing server and not a normal GTA 5 server where everyone just dicks around. He's not the only police officer on the server. Many server admins and moderators patrol the streets to crack down on anyone breaking the law, but he is the real sheriff in town. He is the main reason the 5RP mod has become such a phenomenon on Twitch, and it's like he said himself,
"Here we follow the letter of the goddamn law. Law and order is what goes around here, boy. And the way we spell law is E-L-fucking-I."
He was a full-time police officer. And so he's obviously got all these skills and like he's got the lingo right, obviously. And so now he does it full-time, 5 days a week, like 2 till 8. That's his shift. And he does basically the same thing, but at least he's not putting his life at risk in this. I mean, at least there's that buffer there. And with like 40,000 concurrent viewers, he's probably making a shed ton more money than he ever was in a police officer.
Yeah.
So
It's not all about Eli Thompson. There's a lot of players in this server, and the whole community around this 5RP thing is pretty fascinating because people will commit to what they're doing and they stick to it and they just adopt this character, and that's part of the rule set. You've got to stay in character. You've got to be that person. You can't break the meta, so you can't find out about something that's happened on the server outside of the server. So someone has to tell you about what's happened in the server. So if someone dies or whatever, if you find out about that, just like online or whatever outside of the game, then that's like a whole
breaking the rules.
Yeah, it's like permaban kind of situation. So they take it deadly seriously, and that's what he does. He just enforces that kind of strictness and that strict rule set alongside all the mods and happenings that do it as well.
What I want to know is, like, if someone gets caught committing a crime, which is often the case in GTA 5, they get thrown in jail. Apparently, for every year they get in jail, they serve a 1 minute timeout.
It's 1 minute equals 1 month of like sentence equals 1 minute. So 45-month sentence, 45 minutes in jail. People do it.
People sit there.
People
in jail.
just chill out in cells or in jail.
So who does the sentences though? Is there a judge?
It's just
a
a
role-playing judge.
I don't know. Well, it's the policeman from what I've read. So the police officer is just like you're staying
judge and jury.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Judge Dredd situation. So he was just playing a game. He was just like role-playing as this officer, and he became famous by appearing on other people's Twitch streams, and then like their fans and their communities liked him so much because their streamer would just be dicking around or whatever, and then he would come along and bust him for something, and it's like oh my god, it's Officer Thompson or whatever. So he's just organically became really successful just by playing a game and enjoying himself, and I think that's cool. I really like that.
See, the thing for me is if I was the police officer, I was role-playing this, I'd be taking like backhanders, I'd be taking bribes, I'd be like looking for protection money. Well,
Gareth, I've got some good news for you. Pretty Good Gaming now has a Twitch channel. You can find us over at twitch.com/prettygoodgamingyt. There'll be a link in the description for your convenience.
That's great news, Mike.
Talking to Kotaku, Trooper Thompson, as he insists everyone calls him, seemed genuinely surprised and grateful by his character's success, explaining that the family of streamers around him is what urged him to do it. "I was beyond surprised," he said. "I could not feel more humbled and lucky by the outpouring of support from the entire community. The reason I'm here is because I'm surrounded by true professionals who genuinely care about others. After all their support, I could not let them all down. Here I am." Alright guys, so if you were role-playing GTA 5, who would you be, what would you do? Let us know down in the comments. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. There's another video right here if you want to watch that, and a link to Patreon if you want to support us on the channel. See you next time.